It's the Melanin Queenz.
Wait, girl, who's that?
Here's your host, Maria Michelle Lee, and Miss Sister Queen, Kim Ann Wilson, breaking down the misconceptions of how women treat each other and highlighting their royal beauty.
We are back. Happy New Year, Queens and Kings. The Melanin Queens are back. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. I hope you had time to enjoy with your friends and your family, people you haven't seen in such a long time. I really hope the food was good because you know that will change the whole ambiance of everything if it's not. Happy New Year, Kim and Maria Michelle Lee. We are here to just talk and implode upon you. Yes?
Yes. Hi guys. Welcome back to brand new year. Hope you're back ready to, jump into the new year, started, focused, and ready to achieve some goals. Right, Maria?
Yes, achieve some very good goals. Yeah, it's going to be, our chat today is going to be amazing. Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. Maria, what did you do over the Christmas, over New Year? How was it for you?
Well, I intentionally forgot about every day, what day it was, every day of the week. I think I seen a post that was like, I can't remember what day of the week it is. I couldn't tell you when I had a glass of water, and I think I need a vegetable, something like that.
Wow.
Because everything just gets blurred. I was just really focused on being with my family and bonding with my children more over the holidays and enjoying food. I wasn't worried about if I'm going to fit into these jeans tomorrow or whatnot. I was enjoying being present.
Agreed. Same here. It was the same for me too. No inhabitations and no, hesitation. It was just all about family time because I find during the year, everyone is just so busy, working, running their business, going here, going there, that valuable time with family is often missed, right? So over the holidays, it's like, you know what, let's just purposefully make that time and be intentional in setting that time, right? So it's always a fun time for me over Christmas anyway, because everyone comes around. I get to see my niece that I haven't seen, for months. So it was a really good time for us catching up and getting used to our new little fur animal that we have.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. We have a 9-year-old dog. Actually, he turned 9 on New Year's Day. But he
9 years old or 9 months old?
9 years old. He's 9 years old. His name is Midnight. He's Havanese breed, so he's pretty tiny. He's a small dog, so he looks like a puppy. He looks like a puppy, but he's not a puppy, right?
Okay.
But he's an amazing dog. He's so good. So, learning that and having baby, right? First Christmas with a baby. So, trying to get that. So it was amazing. We had a good time. We had a really good time over the holidays.
That's so great to hear. Great to hear. And so, we've come out of 2018 for a year. I mean, it's been a year of transition for the both of us. As we both said, we kind of did the switcheroo. You were coming in and as I was coming out, and we were able to bond and make this great relationship. For those of you who are just hopping on to our lovely podcast for the first time, Kim and I created this amazing relationship in 2018, and we said, let's take it as far as we can. But I just got to Edmonton and I'm on my way out. And so thank you, Lord, for technology that we were able to get going through this platform. So it was a year of transition for sure. It was definitely a year of highs and lows, making changes for our family that were up the better, feeling like your hands was tied, but then rejoicing, right? And so just coming out of all of that to be able to start fresh and new in 2019, I'm so excited for 2019. I know 2019 is going to be an amazing year for the Melanin Queens, and it will be an amazing year for us on a personal level as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, I have no doubt about that. And you know, looking back, reflecting at the end of each year that I do anyway, and our family, we always look back. You know, at the beginning of the year, we started off, and you know, for us anyway, we have you know, we write down all that we're praying for, hoping for, working for. It's in a little book. And at the end of the year, we look through that book, and you know, it's amazing to see how many things we can tick off and cross out. Because, you know, a lot of them, you know, came through, right? So, you know, looking back at 2018, I asked my husband, I think it was Boxing Night. I asked him, I said, honey, do you have any, I didn't say regrets because very funny on that word, right? So I said to him, was there anything you would have done differently this year? Right? That's how I kind of, you know, went around him a little bit. Because if I said, do you have any regrets? He'd be like, nope, I don't regret anything. I'm like, okay, is there anything you would have done differently? And he thought about it for a minute. And he said, no, honestly, there wasn't anything he would have done differently. Because for us, remember too, right? You know, we're newlyweds. April, you know, he moved here to Canada. And for the first time, we're living together. So it was tough that first month, trying to get used to this person being in my space 24/7 and doing things the way I wouldn't do it. So there was a lot of frustrations and head being butted there at that time. Maria, you knew about this, right? So it definitely took learning on both our parts, right? On learning, you know, our spouse and compromising too, right? And, you know, and looking back that journey, you know, our baby was born, you know, us getting a dog, you know, him starting, you know, his job, his work, and in the field that he, you know, he's been working in since forever. And me wanting to launch out and, you know, really solidify myself in the entrepreneurship field. You know, looking back, like when he said it, I was like, you know what, you're right. There is nothing I would have done differently. Because everything happened in accordance to the way it needed to happen to bring us to this point right here, right? If things didn't happen in 2019 the way it did, then my mindset right now would not be the way it is moving forward into 2019. So that being said, I'm really grateful for 2018. I'm grateful for, like you said, the ups, the downs, the trials, the epiphanies, even the frustrations, because through that, it birthed what we are now doing right now, right? And giving us the platform to speak on those particular frustrations and pitfalls and struggles, right? So that's for everybody to think about. 2018, reflect on it, see, you know, anything you would have changed, but also see the possibility and the opportunities that were created through those challenges that you had.
Exactly. You know, as tough, like I did a post not too long ago, and you know, literally between 20s, well, if I were to go back, I think we were in, like my family, we were in a testament of our faith, our marriage, our everything, our entire world. And I would say it started probably about 4.5 years ago.
Really?
And you know, uphill battle, we dove everything in an economy, and we took our eyes off the prize. And not to get all the way in it, but we took our eyes off the prize, and you know, we bought into something that if we knew, because we didn't know, there wasn't going to be longevity in it, right? We probably would have stirred off somewhere else. But, you know, I truly do believe that that was the storm that God allowed us to go through, because that 4 years of, you know, it was a feast, but then quickly unraveled out to a famine. And that was to test, because I always tell people, you know, Maria, I want to get married. I said, do you want to get married, or do you want the prettiness of marriage? And if you ever if you ever want to be married, you have to be strong within yourself, and your spouse has to be strong within himself. And that's it at the end of the day. And so for 4 years of our highs and lows, it really pulled and stretched Dwayne and I. It really challenged us to this thing. And it is only by God's grace that we could make it to year 22. Next, what's the date today? Next week is year 22 for us.
Yeah.
But you know, I have to say that 2017 and 2018 really gave us some boxing. Like, that was the boxing that we really got in the ring with 2017 and 2018, and we thought it was a fight that would never finish. And so but there go I, you know, and the rejoicing of it all, that by the time we got out of the storm, we could really see the light. We could see that there's a finish, and it is all about getting out of our own way. If we really have the faith that we say that we do, it was about getting out of our own way, and just, you know, you can't be in control of everything, and some people are going to have to go through the fire. It's like the story of Malachi, right? The book of Malachi, you're going in and you're going out through the refiner's fire, because, you know, God is really going to make this piece of clay beautiful. And so with coming to 2019, I can now see the beauty, and I'm so happy and grateful for the 4 years past, because it, like you said, it really molded us. It doesn't matter if we steered off to somewhere else, the journey that we went through was going to happen regardless, and it's made us so much stronger. It's put us on another height and another level. I mean, yeah. I know we got a little off tangent there, but I don't think we said it.
No, not at all. Because at the end of the day, you know, what we have to remember as individuals is that in order for us to become the purest self, we really have to go through that fire, regardless of how much we hate it. We really have to go through that fire to come out pure, right?
Yeah, and because what I was gonna say is that our title for today is intention. I can't remember if we said that or not, but what is our intention for 2019? And you asked the question, what did we reflect upon in 2018? And yes, in life, we're still gonna have to climb. We are still gonna have to climb, take the climb, go the climb, and it's not easy. And so, I mean, earlier, a few weeks back, we did about, you know, the falsities, what we fall into, and so on and therefore. They're not pretty Pinterest and Instagram pictures, what you see about, you know, weddings and marriage and, you know, 3 kids and a dog. You know what I mean? There is work that goes into it. So, yeah. And so,
you know, the episode she's referring to, people, if you want to go back to listen, it's episode 2, which is image versus reality. It was an amazing episode. So go back and listen to that. There'll be a link as well in the show notes. So you can quickly click it and go and listen, and then share your comments, obviously. One thing I do want to say, though, to touch on the back of that, Maria, is that we really have to be careful what we pray for and ask for. Because right, it will come. It will come, and you're not gonna like the shape, the form, the structure, the makeup that it comes in. We're not going to like it. It's not gonna come wrapped in a pretty box with a little bow on top. No, I wish. No, it's not gonna come like that. It's gonna come through struggles. It's gonna come through testing. It's gonna come through you losing your job. It's gonna come through maybe a divorce. But at the end of the day, it is all to get you through that perfect, wholesome completion of you. So though you're going through that process, you know, it's painful, but just hold on and just keep going, because at the end of it, you're gonna look back, reflect, and say, oh, this is why I had to go through that.
Oh, of course. Hands down, Kim. I don't regret it. Like, I had a choice. I had a choice to get in it and fight or walk away. We had that choice, and we decided to do everything right as a couple. We decided to get in and fight this journey as a couple. And for those of you wondering, like, what is she talking about? What I'm talking about is we both had jobs that were solely dependent upon the Alberta economy. And after a while, with all the changes, Dwayne has been in this industry for 20 years, and all the highs and lows, the promises. And my aunt and uncle, like, my uncle was one of the originators that helped build Fort McMurray, and and he'd been in the industry of oil and gas for years, like since I was a kid growing up. And when they sat us down a couple years ago and said, we haven't seen it like this, and I don't know if everybody's going to be ready for what's coming, we're kind of like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? Kind of thing. And then, boom, there it happened. And, we were able to handle the downfall of 08. That was a little bit of a slump through 08 to 2010, whenever. But we just got tired of being the collateral damage. And the last one that came through, it cut us off at the knees. Not gonna lie, it cut us off at the knees. And so when I said we took our eyes off the prize, it's because we believed so much in it, things are gonna come back, things are gonna, we hung on as hard as we could. And sure, Alberta will come back, but for us, it was literally, no, I'm literally pulling you, and I'm gonna take you out. I'm like, God's like, I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna take you out because this is not where I want you to be. It's time for you to go. You got to make a life now. It's time for you to go. And there's too many distractions around for you guys to be doing what I need you to do. And, we turned over every stone. We sold whatever we could sell. We tried to hang on to whatever we could hang on, but the doors kept closing. You know what I mean? While somebody else was getting back on their feet, we were falling back. We were falling on behind, and we were waiting in line to get back on our feet, but it just wasn't happening for us. And so the doors were closing. But while the doors were closing, opportunities were happening for us out here. Ones that were unexplainable. Ones that are like, say what now? You have to be, so what? Right? And we would be foolish not to go forth and go with it. So that's what I'm talking about. Hanging on during your transition, going through the fire, understanding the lessons. And some lessons you will never get the answer to. So you need to be at peace with that as well.
That's true. That's so true. And you said something earlier that I want to touch on when you talked about longevity, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the times we set goals going into 2019, being intentional and setting and trying to achieve certain things. We really have to take a step back as to what we're saying we want to achieve. Is it just something for the short term? Is it just for me, myself, and I? Or will this outlast me, right? How big of an impact will this make? What's the longevity of this particular goal or strategy or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish for 2019? Don't just think about yourself, right? Think about all those around you as well. Who can be impacted? Who you could help? Who, whatever you're doing, will have a positive impact on their life, and encourage them to move forward as well. So longevity is such a key word in what you said, Maria, because it's not just in our goals, but it's also in our own personal lives as well. Like the career choice that I've chosen, longevity of it, right?
Yes. Yes.
The business that I want to go into, longevity, is it gonna, make me crash and burn after 2 months, after 2 years? Right? What's the longevity looks like? And that's a really good question to really sit down and ponder when you're planning something, if you want to go long term in it.
Yes, I agree with you. And also have the peace to know when it's finished.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes we can go through stuff and we're in it and head down, butt up kind of thing. And then we're wondering, okay, I did all this work. I've arrived now. And then life happens. Mm-hmm. And then you have to take another turn. And I think sometimes our fight is our own stubbornness. What do you mean? What do you mean I have to take a turn? You know what I mean? What are you talking about? I just got this, but I am guiding you to do something else. And our stubbornness is what can make the fight last longer. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's funny because even me personally, Maria, you know this all too well. Getting outside my comfort zone. We all have that issue, getting outside your comfort zone. In all of history, every perfect or I guess success in and of itself came when the individual stepped outside their comfort zone. Mm-hmm. When they went after something that they're terrified of. They're petrified of it. But guess what? Mm-hmm. They did it anyway. And when they look back, they're like, oh my gosh, look, I almost didn't do this. But I went through anyway. They stepped outside their comfort zone. And it's in essence what you're just saying, Maria, right? You have to be comfortable in your uncomfort zone. Is that a word?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's so true.
And it goes into what we're saying now with intentions too, Maria. Like, I know we said we're gonna, share a little bit of the personal self and, health intentions for 2019. So, I don't know if you want to jump in on that one.
Yeah, well, we were just, being all natural and sharing our stories, but I think it's all encompassing. Career-wise, my intention is to really set those platforms of social media, more video content, more content writing, is being really intentional. I was listening to Gary Vee the other day, and some people may not like him, but I like him because he's just straight shooter. He says it how it is, and it is the truth. I'm not worried about how he delivers it. His point is still going to hit me the same. Mm-hmm. But he was saying, stop wasting time looking at your competitors, or stop wasting time in moments of doubt. Get in there, do your stuff, write your content, put it out there. Don't worry about if you're in a pretty room or you have all these lights and people following you with their, $1 million camera sets. It's just start. And so for me, I'm going to be very intentional and deliver the work that it needs to be done, because I have a goal in mind, Kim. Mm-hmm. And that goal, and I'm saying it, that goal is to one day speak on stages with amazing speakers such as Tiffany Malott, Lisa Nichols, Sarah Jake Roberts, Rachel Hollis, to be in a room full of women that are going to empower other women. I wait for that day. It is like I'm salivating for that day. It is almost like the best German chocolate cake, which is my favorite thing. And somebody just gave me the most decadent piece ever. I am waiting for that day, but I gotta put my work in. And it is more than taking a picture out of a book and pasting it on a piece of paper, calling it a vision board. I do believe in vision boards, but what people don't understand about vision boards is that that's exactly what it is. It's taking a picture from a magazine, putting it on a piece of paper, and then placing it on a wall. That's all it is. How the vision board works is that board is supposed to be your accountability partner. As you see the vision, you put action into the vision. So my intention for 2019 is to start laying down, I've been laying down the work, but is to really get bold within myself and start going after it. Start being, okay, you said no, I say next. That sort of thing.
No, Maria, because at the end of the day, you have a responsibility, right? Each one of us was given gifts and talents that we need and we must share. It's not given to entertain ourselves.
Yeah.
It's given to just to feel good, to say I can do something. It's given to be shared with others, right? So you sitting on it, Maria, if you sit on that, you'll be doing yourself a disjustice, number one, as well as everyone around you.
Yeah.
So you do have a responsibility to let it out and share it, right? Like you would be, I don't know. I'm just saying. Me personally, I do not want to go to the grave holding on what was given to me to give to the world.
Right?
See,
just saying.
Hila. That's all I say. Right?
But Kim, if we go back a little bit to our earlier conversation of trials, tribulations, my story of the 4 years of famine, I often look back to say I have gone through all that so I could be right here.
Exactly.
You've gone through all what you've gone through
Yes.
so you could be right here.
Yes.
Yes, it was always a desire for me to move out to Ontario. Always. I could tell you that from when I was a little girl because I was born out east.
Okay.
But we have no control sometimes of how we get to where we want to go. You understand?
Nor is it any of your business how you get there. Write the vision. Write the vision. Put action to it.
Go on. Let's have church. Go on.
No. Write the vision. Put action to it. Do not be obsessed about how or when it will come through fruition. Just write the vision. Be diligent. Put the discipline in. Be intentional. And watch you reap the reward. Watch you reap the results. It's not about how you're going to get there. That's none of your business. You do not have control over how. What you have control over is your own action. Full stop.
Yeah.
Right. You okay?
No, Kim. We have to, seriously, we have to sit in it. We have to sit in that. If we are here calling each other the Melanin Queens and how to help lift up each one, each of our sisters, each woman, any woman that is out there that probably just said, somebody, please give me an answer today. And they got onto this podcast and they heard what we had to say. You know what I mean? They know that you're not alone, Edmonton's a beautiful place to raise a family and to do your business and to have a fruitful life, right? Anywhere you decide to live, it's a beautiful place. But when it's time to get up and uproot and go, right? It's time to go. Yep. You know what I mean? Nobody is alone. And anybody that's in that line of work that Dwayne is in and the services that I provided in that area as well, you're not alone. You're not alone. And your answer is coming and your wave will pass. This wave will pass. You're not alone. But you've got to be intentional. This is your time to be intentional. While you're down, get down. Start writing in your book. Get your pen and your paper, pick up your phone, start recording while you're down. Sometimes, Kim, I feel when we're down, that's what we do. We down. We don't do anything. We down. We're flicking through social media. We're putting our nose in other people's business. We're down.
On the music to cry to, and I've done that. I'm sorry. I'm like, I want to listen to some depressing songs so I can cry.
Right? And it's just like, what are you going to do in your down? What are you going to do in your down?
Yep. No, you have to talk to yourself. You literally have to talk to yourself and say, no, enough is enough. You know, there are times, obviously, you need to let it out. Like, we're not saying don't cry, but at the end of the day, you need to, like you said, know when to stop, right? Know when to say enough is enough, and get intentional about what it is you want to achieve and how you're going to go there, right? For me, Maria, my intentions for 2019, I have the word, well, the word for me for 2019 is believe.
Yes.
My 2019 is believe. And it was given to me late last year. My word this year is believe. Believe. So for me, what I've done, I am intentional in setting boundaries. That's something I need to do. I need to set boundaries, right? I'm really happy. I'm so proud of myself for doing this last year when, you know, just giving birth to baby. I was intentional and I set boundaries in not allowing myself to get encumbered by social media or anything for 3 months. I dedicated those 3 months and it served me so well because I have friends right now who have the same age baby as mine and they're burnt out right now. And I'm going, I'm ready, I'm still going and I'm feeling good. Like, they didn't take that time, right? So I look back and I'm like, I'm so glad I did that and I need to continue doing that. So setting boundaries for me is what I'm going to be intentional at this year, as well as failing. Maria, this is outside my comfort.
Fail forward.
So outside my comfort zone, but I'm going after failing, especially with SAS. I'm like, what do I have to lose?
Nothing.
I'm waiting. Nothing is coming to mind. Like, I'm waiting, still nothing. So I'm going to just go after it and I'm aiming to fail. That's my goal. Let's aim to fail.
You have more to lose in not taking the chance to fail than you would if you took the chance to fail forward. Did you know that?
Exactly.
You have more to lose. And people, you know, don't seem to understand that.
Yeah. And worst case scenario, the way I look at it, worst case scenario, I've connected with so many awesome people. Like, there is no way it's a fail. Even if the program itself fails, I've made so many great connections that there's opportunities to something even better or something that's even, you know, up my alley or whatever the case may be. That it could create partnership, collaboration opportunities. Who knows?
That's right.
Right? Who knows? But at the end of the day, you still got to go through it, do it, and let the chips fall where they may.
True. So what is your intention for your health?
For my health, honestly, I've been really good. Like, as of November. As of November, I've lost 16 pounds and 18 inches. In addition to the 26 pounds I lost between 3 months and 5 months postpartum. So I am getting there. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm very good. Health-wise, I know I'm good, right? I know. Health-wise, my intention is to just be not just be healthy, but just be mindful that I am a human being, right? I'm not a robot, and I can't go through a diet and say, okay, then this is going to help me get to X, Y, Z. And when I'm there, I'll be having that. No, the way I'm looking at it, Maria, is just literally, it's just a lifestyle change.
Yes.
You know, and if I do have a burger or whatever, it's a choice. I choose to have that burger at that moment in time. So I'm not going to beat myself up about it and say, oh my gosh, that was bad. Why did you do that? No, it's a choice. I choose to have the burger. Live with it. End it right there. It's a choice. And then tomorrow I choose to, you know, eat the right way or whatever. Indulge a little, but it's a choice. That's it. So that's my intention, health-wise, is just to make it choices. It's just choices. Stick to the choice. Don't beat yourself up about it. Decide and leave it there.
That I hear you on that one. You know, there's a kind of a movement going on right now, and it's called intentional eating. So, no, intuitive. Sorry, intuitive.
Okay.
Being mindful mindful, you know, it's exactly like what you said. Yes, today I want the burger and tomorrow I will work the rest of it out, you know. I've been in the fitness industry. The fitness industry for 16 years. And honestly, Kim, when did weight loss become so difficult? When did health and wellness become so difficult? Everything is marketed. I mean, yes, I knew at the time that, you know, weight loss, health and wellness, you know, was $1 trillion industry, but it must be in the bazillions now, if there's even such a number, you know, because everything is marketed, you know. And I was reading up about this intuitive eating and, you know, being mindful and ease up off yourself, right? Yeah. I mean, and this is from a girl who was in fitness competitions after fitness competitions. I ran races. We had our own boot camp company for the longest time. Smaller is better. I had that mindset. But at the same time, I had stronger is better too, right? But I think it was my last show. I did my last show when I was 40. It's only 5 years ago. But yeah, when I did my last show, I was like, you know, this isn't fun anymore. This obsessing and feeling bad about eating chocolate, feeling bad about having, you know, rice and peas, feeling like that is ridiculous. And I think that if people would be intuitive about what they're eating and be mindful what you're saying about yourself.
Exactly.
People will be a lot more at ease with their weight loss, right? Because you're creating it to be a dis-ease. When you're obsessing about all these different meal programs, all these, because I've been there, done that. And every time somebody asks me, oh, Maria, you got to try this new program, I first ask the question, you want me to try this new program and you want me to go tell my, at the time, fitness clients about it, but what if they can't afford it anymore?
Back to square one.
You're back to square one. And not only are you back to square one, you're dabbling now. You're confusing your body system. You're confusing your digestive system because it was going this way, it was going that way, and it's going this way. How did it become so difficult? And I'm really taking a liking to this intuitive eating. So for me, my intention for my health and wellness for 2019 is to be mindful about everything I say about my body. Everything. Yep. Get in the front of the mirror, take all my clothes off, and give love to every part of my body, right?
Yeah, and you know, something I'm doing too, part of 2019 health-wise, that I've never done before and I would never do before. I weigh myself every morning. I weigh myself every morning, and I do that because, I'll explain why. It's just to help me keep that mindfulness at the forefront of my mind throughout the day. It's not to obsess about it. It's not to say, okay, oh my gosh, I put on a pound. No, it's just that accountability to keep me on track to say, okay, you know, today I weigh what? I'm not going to say what I weigh on here, but example, 150. I weigh 150 today, blah, 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 whatever. Tomorrow, oh my gosh, 155. I was really bad yesterday. You know, I need to be really more careful and make better choices today, you know, to help me stay on track and to achieve the goals that I want to achieve. So that's for me personally. I wouldn't suggest it for everyone, but for me, I find it's helping me in losing the weight that I want to lose. And originally, I was very hard on myself, being, you know, postpartum. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to lose the weight by 3 months or else, right? Or else. But it's just that mindset of, no, I want to have this, you know, be off and stay off. So the way to do that is I need to have a healthy relationship with myself and my eating to ensure that this lifestyle can be maintained. And it's not something that's quick and it's going to be done in 6 weeks or 21 days. And after that, what then? Right? So for me, that's what I'm doing. And I find it's helping me. I wouldn't suggest it for everyone, just saying it out there, saying that's part of what I'm doing for my health for 2019. Your turn.
I hear you. I hear you. No lie, I am not about the scale. I have spent way too much time on the scale. I'd rather go by my clothes, and I'd rather go by how I feel, honestly. What I care about at the end of the day is that if there was, God forbid, a fire, and I can pull the weight of my husband out, which is 175, 180 pounds, then I'm good, because that means I can manage my husband, I can manage my son, I can manage my daughter, and I can manage my youngest son. That's what for me, it's about, am I still strong? Am I able to still kick down a door if I can? If I can't even manage my own body weight, that's a problem.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go for, I don't step on the scale. I don't step on the scale anymore. For me, it did the opposite. It robbed me of every piece of joy and happiness. And I decided to divorce the scale, and I don't look back. Whatever the doctor wants to say, that's just the doctor at their point. As long as my blood work comes back healthy, as long as there is no cancer in the name of Jesus, as long as my bowels are still moving, and as long as I can knock a sucker out who's trying to get too close into my space, that's all I care about.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
No, I agree. And I think, part of that too is we are both in different stages of, that field. Like,
Yes.
you're trying to lose weight post-baby.
Yeah. But you do look amazing, Kim, already. You need to be in that mirror saying to yourself, I love myself.
Oh, girl, I do. I love me. I love me some Kim. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I do have goals, right? And I still get back into some clothes that I still can't get into yet.
Yeah, I hear you. And body composition changes too. So people need to remember that body composition changes. So even though you're doing everything right? Your hip circumference changes.
Oh, yeah.
Your thigh circumference changes. It's not that you can't lose weight, it's your body composition changes as well. So sometimes we have to make peace with that.
Yeah.
What's your intention for a family?
For family, me and my husband, we spoke about this, and we did go over, our personal marriage vision, goals, whatever, for 2019. And we did put some things in the family vision for this year. And it's always time. Like every time when you think about family, it's always more time spent with family, right? So, that goes without saying. For us, it's the exact same thing. However, for me, for this year, I would love for us to take our first vacation together as a family with, baby. So that's something we want to do this year, as well as it would be the first time for us to be away together post-baby. So that's something I want us to achieve this year too. It's just that time alone together without baby, and then a time with baby away. So that's our family. Yeah, that's for our family for this year. That's what we're trying to go for.
That's awesome. For us, it is. Well, it started to already happen before the year began, but it is getting to know the five of us as a whole, over and above all the stuff. So for 2019, it is to travel together more as a family. It is to embrace our newness of us, the newness of starting over. It is to really have great core relationship with every child, because we've been so busy or distracted, I don't know which word you want to call it, trying to solve problems that at the end of the day no longer matter. So it's having new relationships with our children.
Yeah.
And even though we've been together for 25 years, it's getting to know us now because we've been so distracted with all that other junk, right? And I've learned this is that I believe in affirmation and I believe in manifestation. I believe that whatever you call into your being is what you get. And so I have to say to myself now that everything that tried to destroy us is left behind now. That's gone. When we got on the plane to come here, we cut it off. So whatever confusion, whatever, distracted us from being us is now gone. So now I'm manifesting for Dwayne and I to go into the next 25 years of our lives so much more in love, so much more tied at the hip, so much more communicative, so much more into one another. You know what I mean? I am manifesting that. I am manifesting that I too have the opportunity, our family, our dynamic duo, Dwayne and I, our fam jam with the 3 children, have the opportunity to really, it might sound weird, but this is the only word I can think of. I'm not comparing it to be so, but to really have that Cosby Show family. You know what I mean? Like to really, understand where our children are coming from. Get to see our children go off to college. Give them the opportunities to be whatever they want to be without taking on this, house and picket fence crap, right? So I'm manifesting goodness for us to be closer, to be tighter than we've ever been before. That's my intention for family.
Yeah. No, and like with all intentions, we have to put in the work, right? It's not just about, like you said, clipping a picture and putting it like,
yeah.
What does that do?
Yeah.
What are you purposefully gonna get up and do every day to inch forward a little bit to achieving that big intention, that big goal? Yeah. Like you see what you want to achieve at the end of the day, but what are the plans to get there, right? So
exactly.
Yeah.
What's your intention? The last one. What is your intention for yourself?
My intention for myself is to love me some Kim. Honestly, this year I just want to love on me some more. Like whether it's to take myself to the spa, whether it's to take myself on a trip. I'm going on a trip by myself in February and I'm looking forward to it. And I'm going to make sure while I'm on that trip, I get my nails did and stuff like that. So, it's literally just to love on me more this year. That's all it is for me. Whether it is to take myself out to the movies or, go for a run come summer. I can't wait for summer and spring.
Yes, you can.
Go do that, right? Just what?
You're looking forward to summer. You can.
Yes, I am. So I can, just go out and just enjoy just me. Just enjoy me. So that's my intention for myself in 2019.
Yes, I love it. My intention for myself is to know that I can do it no matter what. Trying something new.
All things.
I can do all things. To allow myself to enjoy.
Yeah.
My intention is to live on intention. To take a chance on having a prompting spirit and act upon it. My intention is to trust myself more than I ever have in my life. My intention for 2019 is to bet on me.
Love it. I love it. So ladies, what are your intentions for 2019? Please share with us. Drop us a comment, join in the discussion. What parts of our episode today did you identify with or may have questions with or not sure about or kind of want a little bit of clarification? Hit us up. Drop us a message and say, hey, my intentions for 2019 is XYZ, especially when it comes to health, family, or yourself personally. So let us know, and we'd love to keep you accountable to that too. So if you're gonna drop it, we're gonna check in with you.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know where to find us. You can find us on Facebook. You'll find us on YouTube and Instagram. And we love having such great conversation with you. And as always, we are so thankful for your support. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our podcast so that we can get the word out. We're just a couple of queens trying to encourage you along the way.
Exactly. And on the back of being an encouragement to you, so our next show, we will be having a guest. Yes. And her name is Manira Nwakuso, and she is the founder of La Collection Vida, which is a stainless steel rose gold water bottle hydration that has motivational quotes on there. Beautiful. So we'll be talking with her on our next show on the topic, Silencing Unknown Fears.
Wow.
I'm super excited to have her on because she herself has silenced some of her own fears. And I'll let her share her story. She's gone through and she's, bust through 2019 with huge success. So I'm super proud of her. And we just want to say congratulations, Manira, on that. And she will share with us on the 21st of January, which is Monday, it's 2 weeks. Tune in and listen to her. And you know what? Just support. That's all we ask. Just support as we support you. You can reach out if there's anything you'd like us to support you with. Reach out and let us know. We'll be glad to do that. So with that being said, go and kick ass this week.
Yes. Looking forward to talking to you guys soon. And have a super awesome day. And remember, you are allowed to fail forward and you are allowed to trust yourself and everything will be okay. Yep, the storms will come, but you'll be able to ride it out. And you will make it to the beautiful island on the other side.
That's right, ladies. Peace out.
Bye.